This is the Viking shield. It can use be for offense and defense. Look. Defense, and it can also use for offense. Ah! It can also be used to impale your opponents. Just like this. Oh! No, this is how the Viking shield can be used to crush our enemies. Yeah! You can see it's very effective.
Today we have someone from the past. He's from the 11th century, a Viking. His name is James, and we're going to ask him a few questions about the Vikings. Good morning, James. Good morning, Luke. So would we be able to ask you a few questions about the Vikings?
Sure, ask away.
So why were the Vikings successful raiders?
The Vikings were successful raiders because of their skills with ships, combat, and the conquest and their strategies.
So what was it like to be a Viking given their harsh conditions?
Being a Viking living in the cold climate was tough, but we managed by putting a lot of fish in our diet because the farming land wasn't very good, and we were all used to the cold, so it was fine.
So what warfare skills did the Vikings use in a raid, and why are they so successful?
The skills we used were combat skills, skills with ships, and also strategies, formations, such as the formation when each Viking stands with the shield up in a line and they all charge forward, squashing the enemy, but sometimes squashing ourselves in the process.
Why were the Vikings mentally stronger?
Because we had killed before and also needed to be tough to survive, and the need for resources urged us on.
Information.
What type of armor did the Vikings use whilst raiding, and why was it effective?
We used iron armor and chainmail armor, and sometimes used no armor. Chainmail armor was very effective because it was lighter than iron armor, and it provided maximum protection by having little holes, but the swords couldn't fit through them, and it also was breathed, so you wouldn't overheat.
What made the Vikings start raiding other tribes?
They raided other tribes because they didn't have much resources for themselves, so they needed to raid for supplies.
Why was raiding essential in the Viking lifestyle?
As I said before, they needed resources to survive and to get other weapons to defeat more enemies.
Why was it great in raids that the Vikings has a positive attitude towards fighting?
It gives them confidence in battle, and also greatly increases the energy input, which helps in fighting as well.
Why did experience in raiding help the Vikings for future raids?
It also gives them confidence and the know-how to do things better. And as they say, practice makes perfect, but actually it makes more sense to say practice makes progress.
What tactics did the Vikings love to use the most?
We like to attack by surprise and use rows of defense and offense so we can move forward and back in a group.
What can you conclude from all the info and knowledge that you know and the Viking raids so far, and why they were successful?
In conclusion, we the Vikings were successful raiders because of our weaponry, technology, skills in sailing and combat, and finally our tactics. We were always great at fighting, and we used surprise to our advantage and analysed the situation thoroughly before engaging in combat. And that all combined to lead us to be very successful raiders.
Great having you here, James.
Thanks, it was a pleasure.
See you guys back to Harrison.
We are the Vikings!